What is up, guys? It's Solid Nate, and today I'm going to talk about 10 games I want to play for the rest of my life, or I'll say 10 games I will play for the rest of my life. I call this lifetime games. And you know what? Something just came in my memory that I don't have in the stack, but I want to talk about that. So before we even go any further, let me talk about what even started the process, the thought process of lifetime games. It's the game Mario Kart on the Wii U. Mario Kart, I think it's called Mario Kart 8 or something like that on the Wii U. So I got that when I purchased the system. It was a downloadable on the console, and I still have that today. I don't have an actual disc though, so I can't show you the disc, but Mario Kart on the Wii U, I remember playing that, and I told myself, I said, this is a game I'm gonna play for the rest of my life. It's really good. So that's what started the whole idea of a lifetime game, a game I want to play forever. So Mario Kart 11 can take number 1, but we have 10 more that are actually games that I have physicals of. So the next one is going to be Hexen on the Sega Saturn. So I've actually gone through this at least twice. Hexen on the Sega Saturn has a really good atmosphere. I love that it uses the Doom engine, and it's kind of like a melee combat, especially if you pick the fighter. It's just hand to hand, you're using your fists or an axe or something like that. So I really like it. They did a great job with the atmosphere and the music. Not a lot of people have played this, I feel like. I don't think a lot of people have gone through it all the way, but I really enjoyed it, and I do want to play it again within the next 10 years. So Hexen on the Sega Saturn is the first one. The next one on the list, and these are not all just going to be like really rare at all. A lot of these are going to be extremely popular games that you guys have all heard of. So, number 2, Super Mario World. Yeah, my copy has that tear in there, so might have to get a better copy, but this one doesn't need a lot of explanation. This is one of my very favorite Mario games. I also love Mario 3 a lot, which I would also include in this list, but I try to narrow it down to 10 and just pick my very favorite. So this is probably my very favorite Mario game. I love it. What else can I say? The great platforming. I used to, as a kid, I was all about Yoshi. It's like, oh wow, I really want to play this one because it has Yoshi in it. It's just really fun. It's a classic. Let's set that aside. The next one's a Nintendo 64 game. It's called Perfect Dark. So it's a great shooter. I haven't played the single player of this as much as I've played like GoldenEye and stuff, but man, I played so much multiplayer of this years ago when it came out. I think this came out around the year 2000 or something. So yeah, I've played this a ton. Very fun multiplayer. You can have entertainment for days, so that's that one. The next one is Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, this is one of my very favorite Final Fantasy games. I love it so much. The character development is so good, the music is fantastic, the battle system is good. There's not a lot of bad things to say about this game. And by the way, this was the first Final Fantasy game I ever played. Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo, also known as Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo. Let's set that aside. It's a little bit dusty, it's been a while since I went through it. Alright guys, the next one's another 64 game, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Fantastic title. This was not my first Zelda game. My first Zelda game was actually Link's Awakening, and I played Link to the Past after that, but never got all the way through it before I got to this one. I think this is the second Zelda game I beat. So I got it at launch, and unfortunately I didn't get the gold version because I was still a kid back then, and I wanted it for Christmas. My mom must have waited too long, and I got the gray one, But hey, I love Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Just really fun. So if you're into Zelda games and you haven't played this, you gotta play it. You have to play it. So let's set that aside. Next one's another Super Nintendo game. Turtles in Time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in Time 4. Turtles 4. Awesome beat 'em up gameplay. I like this better than Hyperstone Heist. I think it's better than the first 3 Turtles games. The first Turtles game is kind of like separate from all the rest because it's very like adventure type based. It's not really like just a beat 'em up type game. But yeah guys, Turtles in Time, classic, awesome game. I'm sure we've all played it, but if you haven't, you gotta play Turtles in Time. So let's set that aside. The next one is a pretty controversial game, Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. So when I first played this game, I had to struggle just getting past the first level. I think on my first session I did get through the first level. There's that red error mirror at the beginning of the game that really stops a lot of people. Alright, here's my old buddy. He's nothing to me anymore. I ended up getting through that. It took time. But then on the second level, I got there and it's just like, this level's impossible. And I turned it off and didn't think about it for like months. Well, I recently beat it for the first time on stream. It was probably about a year and a half ago or something. It's still out there. And ever since then, guys, I've played through this game just so many times. I don't know if I beat it 100 times or something, maybe. But I've gone through this so many times. So it's just crazy, very fun. So why is it fun? That's the question, right? Well, why why is it fun? First of all, the sound effects are so satisfying. It's so satisfying when you kill the unicorns. Just makes that awesome sound effect, you know. And then when you kill the dragon, like the music kind of stops all epically. I don't know, man. It's tough to say what makes games fun, really. You know, sometimes you just get that feeling we're just really liking it. But yeah, I very much enjoy Ghosts and Goblins. I've since played, I think, almost every Ghosts and Goblins game since then, but this was the first one I did try. So yeah, guys, Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. Give it a shot. It's going to be tough, but you have to stick through it. I believe it's one of those games, I know it is, that once you beat it, you're going to like it a lot more than when you first started playing it. So anyway, Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, guys. Let's set that aside as well. The next one, I don't know if you guys are seeing this coming yet or not, but Adventure Island on the NES. So I've talked about this game various times. I've played it on the channel a ton. Just really awesome platforming. So it's really good. It's right up there with Mario. Some people have asked me, do I like this better than Mario 1? I think the answer is yes, I guess. Yeah, I would say so. I like it more than Mario 1. It's tough to say if I like this more than like Mario 3 though. You know, Mario 3 is just such a classic. You have to include that on your list of like best NES games, I feel like. Mario 3 is just so perfect. But Adventure Island, guys, very fun challenge, and it's just a great game. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We've already talked about this one at length, but yeah, let's set that one aside. It's going to be hard. If you guys do play it, come ask me how to get the Hudson Bee. I'll tell you all about it. Okay, the next game. So if we have Perfect Dark, you know we're going to be playing GoldenEye for the rest of our life for sure. No matter how much I play this, whenever I put it in and play some levels, I always have fun with it. I've gone through it a lot of, like, various times. It's still a huge challenge too. To get through this in 00 is not easy, and like, for example, to try to get through the whole game without dying would be a very tough challenge. So maybe someday I might attempt that. Like on Agent mode you can do it, on Secret Agent you could maybe do it. But on 00, that's a big challenge. And also the multiplayer on this, guys. I've played a ton of multiplayer on this too. This was a game changer of a game, let me tell you. I feel like guys getting together and playing games on a TV, this really kind of made that start happening. That's how it was in my life anyway. I believe this was the big deal that started the whole 4-player game revolution. And then Halo came after that, and then now it's all online, but I believe this was one of the first ones that everyone got together and started playing together back in the day. So, GoldenEye 007 N64, great game. And last but not least, and whenever people ask me what my favorite game is, many times the first thing that comes to mind is Final Fantasy VII. So, awesome game. Just a very good RPG, so much depth to it. There's all these different material you can use to customize your character and build your party. The storyline is good and very complicated, so every time you play it you kind of forget some stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about it. But yeah, it features Cloud, you got Tifa and Aeris, the characters are developed. It's really fun, guys. I played it not too long ago. I think I beat it right before I started my YouTube channel. So probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I went through it again. Always fun. We have the remake coming up as well, so I'm definitely going to be getting that like right away. But yeah, guys, Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1. So we've covered a lot of consoles here. Which ones have we not covered? I don't have any Sega games on this. I don't have any GameCube games on this, I guess. There's various consoles that didn't get hit, and that's kind of a shame, you know, because PS2 has a ton of games that I really like, you know. PS3 has a great library. Xbox, PS4 now. I mean, there's a lot of uncovered games. So it's very hard just to pick 10 lifetime games. But this is a stack that I went and picked out, and it's a true stack of games that I just am gonna play for the rest of my life. I've never done a video really where I just talk about some of the games I like, and I like a lot of them. But here you have 10 of them. And have I played all these on my channel? We've played all of them except for the Final Fantasy games, I think. Yeah, I've played all. If you guys want to see me play these games, they're all on the channel. Every single one of them. Except, oh, Zelda either. I've not done Zelda. I've not done any streaming of Zelda or Let's Plays or anything like that, so. Everything else I've done streams of. So that's that. Oh shit, I was also gonna do this. My bad. I was gonna feature Kyle Petty's No Fear Racing. So the great thing about Kyle Petty's No Fear Racing is that you don't have to play it. One of my friends gave me this game, and it was kind of just a joke because it's so bad. But anyway, this is a random thing. Kyle Petty's No Fear Racing, one of the worst games I own, but I kind of like to look at it. It's just kind of funny. It reminds me of the joke. But yeah, guys, that's all I really had to say. Thanks for watching, and let me know some of your lifetime games in the comments below. I'd love to know. And until next time, everyone, take care.